Hello, my beautiful family. So in today's video, we are going to turn another one of these 70 cents Dollar Tree boxes into something cute. So let's go and get into it.
A journey through time.
Welcome to A Journey Through Time. I am your girl, Wendy. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. So as I stated in the previous video, I went to Dollar Tree and bought these boxes for 70 cents. They were 50% off. And I showed you guys how to make the his and her boxes. Well, today we're going to make a vanity, okay? We're going to make just one vanity, but these are the boxes. So if you got you any and you follow me and you like to follow along on certain things, hold on tight to them, okay? Because I have a few videos coming up featuring these boxes that I think you'll like. But again, today we are going to make a vanity using just this particular one right here. I picked this one because I kind of like that inside color. Of course, all the other stuff will be covered up. All right, so let's go and get into the video. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You're going to need your Dollar Tree Halloween box for this project. Okay, you're going to need some Dollar Tree foam board. All right, some foam board if they have any there. Sometimes it's hard to get your hands on it. You're going to need one of these Dollar Tree mirrors for $125. All right, you're going to need, if you choose, one bead, just one. All right. These are the beads I think I showed you guys that Dollar Tree has about 20 or 30 of them in like a circle. And I just break them apart and I save them for projects just like this one right here. Okay. So you're definitely going to need one of those. And so what I'm going to do is after we finish making this, I'm going to actually put 4 to 5 Dollar Tree products in this here. And then we're going to add one simple high value product. And it's not even really high value because I got mine on sale for $2.99 when I bought it. Okay. But we're going to put one high value product with the Dollar Tree products to bring the value up. And my inspiration for doing these boxes is because it brings value up on your gifts. Not only do it bring the value up, it's a keepsake and it's an eye catcher. So those things alone, I think are, winning elements to make a really great sale, to make really great profit off of is what I meant to say, not a sale, but a sale, same thing, but to make a profit off of, a very good profit, honestly. All right. Okay, I think I left out the foam sheets. Yeah, you're going to definitely need some foam sheets from Hobby Lobby, but those foam sheets is only 99 cents, okay? These are them. And we're going to make this pink, okay? So, first things first, we're going to take our box. You're going to take your foam sheet and you're going to measure the inside of your box, all right? I've already done this part, but this is what you're going to do. This little top part right here is where I measured it and traced it on my foam board and just cut me out a little block that I know that will cover the top of this, okay? All right, so once you've cut out your foam board, and it really depends on what size box you have. That's why I'm not giving any measurements because you're going to base it upon the size of your box, just like this here, okay? So once you do that, got that piece ready? Then you need to get you another strip. So I made a few small strips, right? I want some small strips on the side of this box. So I just cut, you can use your imagination on how wide you want these to be because this part here would be up to you. These strips are going to be right here, just like this here, and it's going to be glued to the box, okay? Not only is it going to be glued to the box, it's going to be glued to the lid as well. So what you need to do is take that after you've cut this out, because this is the cover. Get your little piece of foam. After you've cut this out, you should have some extra foam. And bump it up to this right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to mark this off, because you want it to be the same exact length, okay? So wherever this stops at, that's where you want to cut this at. All right, so I'm just putting a mark there. I'm still holding it, actually. And you can take your scissors, box cutters, whatever you have to cut with, and cut that off. All right, just like that, because you want it to match up. All right, so you need 4 of these. Okay, I have 1. I had a few already cut. Okay, yeah, 2. And they're not quite the same size as I'm looking at it, which is fine because I could always cut more. Okay, I'm going to cut me another one because I'm just not sure about that. So I'm going to do it again. Draw a line and cut it. Okay. So what you want is you want 2 for this side. They're going to go underneath and on top just like this. And you want 2 for the other side. One is going to go on top. And do I have another one before I cut anymore? Okay, I do. And then one's going to go at the bottom. Okay. Let me bring this over so I can see this better. One is going to be your top. One's going to be your bottom. You're going to come over here. One's going to be your top. And one's going to be your bottom. All right. So you get to decide, what you want where. Just like this. All right. Okay. One of mine are a little too big, but I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that. Okay. So now once you have all 4 of your sides and you have your cover piece, right? Take you some more pieces. And what you're going to do, first things first, we're going to move this and move this. Decide which 2 pieces are going to be for the bottom. Okay. So let me bump these together because I said one of these are a little bit too long. And I'm doing this because I think I want this to be my bottom. Okay. So I want these 2 pieces here to be my bottom. So now I'm going to take just a random piece right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this together. Glue this here piece to this piece right here. All right. As soon as I put a glue stick in. See, I even got the glue sticks from Dollar Tree. I'm trying to save as much as I can. All righty. Take and glue it just like this. If you need to hold it, then hold it. That's fine. Now this random piece you see me pick up, you notice I did not measure it. I just grabbed it and picked it up, right? That's all you got to do right now. Get you another piece for this side here, but do make sure, make sure that they are the same size as the pieces that you have at the bottom. All right. Even though they're random pieces, because I was about to put a big piece on that. And these are some of mine are not the same size. Okay, that'll be fine. Trying to see which one I like best. I'm going to cut this down because I don't need all this. And it just flew away, but that's fine too. I swear every time I'm recording, something happens. I'm going to grab another glue stick because that one fell out. Okay, I'm going to take this one and glue this to this side. Anywho, this is what you should have once you've glued them together. All right. So if you have this, even though they're not the same, take your piece and put it back on top, just like this here. Okay. Bump it up against the wall of your, well, this one ain't dry yet, and I don't need them sticking to it. Hold on. I'm gonna let that one dry for a minute. So we're gonna mess with this one. Okay, stick it up to the wall of the tall piece that you have back here. Now, the piece that you're gonna put on the top, take it and bring it just like this here. Hold this down and put it on top, just like this. Now you're not gonna glue this piece to this here. You're gonna take this piece and glue it to that tall piece right here, okay? So you're gonna add glue to this, but you wanna make sure that that center is open. So add you some glue. To the tip only, all right? And then bump it up to the wall that you have over here. Push it down just a little, okay? And push it up against that little wall that you have, okay? Just like that. Now, if this has dried, you want to do the same thing over here. You want to take it, lift this up, lay this on top of it, just like that. All right, get your other strip, which I don't know what I just did with mine. So y'all, my other stick disappeared somehow. Don't ask me how, because I have no clue. I'm trying to take this out. This is what you're going to have once you're done. You see this opening right here? That's what you want. Now, the only thing about this here is you want to try to make sure that it's even on both sides. Okay? But that opening is fine. So now I got to make another piece really quick. So I'm going to just bump this. And if this happens to you, just bump it up to another piece of your board. Now, take this and slide this through here, because this is how it should be. If it glued correctly, you should be able to take this piece and go in between both of these two pieces. Just like this. Okay? Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Just like that. Now, what you're going to do, once you have these two pieces, I have to align everything back up neatly. First things first, you want to make sure these here are going to be the same height. However, how tall you want it is how it's going to be. Okay, so right now, I'm going to take this off for a second, so I can get these guys right here matched up. All right. And all I'm going to do is just bump them together like this. And I'm trying to decide if I want it that high or not. But like that. Let's bring it down a little lower for both of them. So I'm going to cut one at a time. I'm going to cut it about down right here. Again, I'm eyeing this, okay? And you can do the exact same. Just like that. Okay? So once you get that on there, run your little board back through there again. And make sure you bump it up to the back of it the best that you possibly can. Just to see where your hangover is on here, okay? That's all you're doing. Now, the most important thing right now about this right here is that all three of these need to be even. Mine isn't because I didn't have to cut it again, but if you look, you can see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That piece right there is not as even as I would like for it to be. And what it is really this. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to bump these two together, making sure that they're the same, and they're not. They're slightly off. So now my goal is to make sure that they are all the same. You can bump it together and try to cut it this way and see if that works out for you. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. See how the front is even? I'm going to flip it over to the back, because most of the time, just because the front is, the back isn't. And see, this is what I mean. So this one here is a little shorter than the rest of them. And I don't want them that short. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up taking and gluing this here on here, the rim of this box, okay? And then you're going to glue the back to the back of the box, just like this. This is how it's going to look, okay? And this is why it's important that it fits perfectly. So on this end, even if I put this on here, the bottom one is just shy a little bit than the top one. And that's not going to work. So whenever you do this, when you put both of your pieces on, just make sure when you cut in, and I know it's because I cut in, it's just slightly off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my bottom off just like that and make me another one. Okay. So what we're going to do is go ahead on and add some glue to the bottom of this. Now we could go ahead on and color this, and I'm trying to decide if that's what I want to do or not. Yeah, let's go ahead on and put some coloring on it. So we're going to cover it with the foam, okay? Whatever color foam that you pick. Go on and pull it out. All right, and we're going to go on and try to cover this with the foam. This part here is already covered. Took me a little minute. Now, honestly, you don't have to do this part, and I'm going to show you how you can get around it where you don't have to do this at all if you choose not to, okay? Because some people don't want to do all the extra stuff I just did. But we're going to cover this here also with the sheets. I'm trying to decide if I want it to be pink or if I want it to be black. That's what I'm trying to figure out. All right, so for our little box here, what it's going to do is it's going to be glued down here, and it's going to be glued up to the backing of it right here, just like that, okay? And I'm trying to decide right now if I want to... Okay, this is what we're going to do. If you're going to put some foam sheets on the box itself, then take your mirror. This is where your mirror is going to go. Going to play in right here in the center, okay? Make sure that you set the mirror on the crease of this box, all right? So the bottom of my mirror is on the crease of the box, just like this, okay? Place your mirror at. So mine's going to go right there. I'm going to take these little pieces off if I can. on each side. There's 4 of them. They don't have to come completely off, but I would like for them to come off so they can sit nice and flush on the box. Okay. Yeah, like that. So I got those off. So now, say you decide you want to put your sheet on here. This is how you would do it. You can come up here just like this here. You can put it on the whole thing and then put your mirror on top like this here. Or if you don't want it covering up the whole box, then you can cut out your square. That's basically what I was going to say. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just lay this up here just like this, so I could see what we're working with. And I'm going to mark the back side of this with my pencil. Just trace around it. Then I'm going to cut it out. So this is going to cover the box because I don't know which way I want to go yet. So I'm going to take another one of my sheets. And this is what I mean. If I start gluing this right here, right, and bring it around just like this, I should have enough to go around this entire box. So now, after I get this piece of glue off, everything wants to give me a hard time today. I don't know why. Okay, so now, stick it in here. Feeling my way once again. Sizing up the box. Pressing it down. Okay, just like that. Again, keep it going until you get around the whole box from one side to the other. So once you get to where you need to be, you can cut off the remainder with your scissors or with your blade, whichever one you feel comfortable using. You can start off by just cutting off the side like this and then just filling your way. There is a lip on here, so you can leave the remainder of that on here to cover the rest of your box. Just like that on the side. Okay. I'm going to cut from the outside first, just off a little bit away from it, not too much, just so I don't rip too much of my paper, so I'll be able to use more of it. Okay. Just trying to cut it away from the box. So move that away and that way. All right. So now all you're doing is just taking your hands, fingers, creasing it in there. Put you some glue in there if it's still lifting, so you can get a crisp crease. And that glue will definitely help you get that. That'll help you guide how you want to cut it off. The extra off, that is. And take your time cutting it off. As you can see, the bottom of our box is already covered. So this is where we need to decide what we're going to do as far as the top part of this box. I think I'm going to go ahead on and cover it. I wasn't sure at first, but I'm going to just go on and cover it. Now, it does need to be traced out up here and cut out, but I'm not worried about that right now. So what I'm going to do now is take this piece here. I need one piece here. Again, we're going to glue it to the rim of this box right here, this bottom piece. All right. Once you get the rim glued on, then you're going to take the back and put some glue on it, and you're going to glue this to it just like that. Okay. So now we're going to take the mirror and we're going to try to place it in the mirror. We're going to place it in the middle like this here where we want it to be. You can do the same thing that you were going to do earlier or did do earlier if you copied me any. And that is glue it to, draw around it and put your mirror there. You can do that still. Place it where you want it. In the middle, I can't talk today, in the middle, the best that you can. I can see it a little bit, but not a lot. So what I'm going to do is just add some glue here while that's holding. I'm going to get both of them done at the same time. Okay. Try to find your placement again. Be sure it's where you want it, because once it's gone on there, it's on there. Mine feel like it's crooked. It might not be, but it just feels like it. Don't look like it though. And just press it down. All right. So if you got this far, you're doing really good. I'm proud of you. Bring it up. It should be able to sit up just like this. Okay. So now that piece, I was trying to decide if I want to make it make it black or not. Let me show you what we're going to do with that first. Let's go and raise this up, both sides, because we should be able to raise these up. Okay. Hopefully this is going to cooperate with me. Okay. Yeah, it's cooperating. Got a little nervous there. This one here wants to come up a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. Anything else? Now, one looks like it's a little higher than the other. I can't really tell. You see me holding this down? That's only because I haven't pushed the cardboard in enough on that side, so it's gonna fluff up on me a little bit. So you're going to take you another piece, right? Another piece of the foam board. It could be this size. It doesn't really matter what size it is. Just grab you a piece. Lay your box down. Make sure that it's pressed in the way you need it to be. Like I'm looking at mine over here, and it really could use a move in a little bit. But I'm not going to worry about that. But now that I've pressed it down, it's crazy, but this here is the right size. I can't explain it. Anywho, I'm holding these two pieces down for a reason. So take a piece of foam board of any such, okay? You're going to bump it up to the bottom of this on both sides, all right? Right at the bottom, okay? Then you're going to push your pieces down if your pieces are standing up on your like mine is. push them down where you can draw a line on your foam board. Push it down, draw a line on my foam board. Okay. So these are the lines that mine made. Now what I could do, that is going to be a guide for me to cut this right here. I kind of like that board white like that because of all that pink, honestly. It might be staying white, y'all. Anywho, right here where I did the line, I'm going to take my ruler. You see the two lines that I made on each side? I'm going to take my ruler and place it on those two lines and see if I can get me a straight cut, some kind of a straight cut. I'm going to put it on my mat and I'm going to guide it from this line. I'm going to make sure that it's straight on this one. I'm going to try to get a straight cut. I'm not really sure about this, but I'm still going to try. Okay. Y'all know, those that have been with me for a while know I don't do straight. And I think this is the piece that I need, this side here, but for some reason it has some fray on it. Okay, I'm going to put it back down like that again, and I'm going to lay this on top of it. And that's pretty close. That's pretty darn close right there. Okay. So I'm going to pull this board, this little white board that we put in here that's so hard to pull out. I'm going to pull it upward. I'm not even going to take it out, y'all. I'm going to pull it upward. And about to take a chance. I'm going to glue this board that we just cut onto this piece right here. All right. But I want to make sure that I glue it right. So now I got to push it back down. Let me see. I'll take it out. So what I wanted to do was take this board and glue it to this flat piece. And I don't need much. So what I'm thinking about doing is just putting it right here in the middle of this board right here. Because that's really what it was supposed to do. It's supposed to be in the middle, not on the bottom. So I'm going to take a chance and add some glue to this strip right here. And then I'm going to see how this works out. So I'm going to try to glue this from end to end like this. The only thing about doing this is that it dries so quickly. It don't give you a chance to, if you messed it up or put it on wrong, baby, it's already on there. Now see how quick that just plopped on there? And ain't no guarantee that it's even right. And then I have all this little phrase that's just making me so unhappy. I'm all over the place with this video. Okay, so I'm just going to try it and see. I could try it one way and then try it another way, but we're going to see. Now see where I'm going with it? I just have to make sure that this is in good first. And it is in good. I definitely could put something here to hold these two pieces down so it could stop going upward like that. Because I really don't like that. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry I'm all over the place with this box, but I'm particular. So I'm going to run another strip just like this here on the side of this box, just like this. I guess it would make sense to turn it so you could see it. Just like this all the way up. And I think I'm going to glue it to the sides so these sides can stay down, because that's not attractive at all. Okay. So that's one of the things we're going to do to fix some of this. All right. So let me go and add some. I don't know how high is it going to be. It's not going to be that high. Okay, I'm going to take the pencil, mark it in here. How high I think it's going to be. Maybe cut it here. Yeah, cut it right there. And if I'm going to leave this white, then I could actually, you know what? I just figured it out. Okay. I'm going to put this top lip. I'm going to glue this to the side of the box. Let me show you guys, because you could probably do this too. I'm going to take this and glue this to the side of the box, and I'm going to glue this piece right here on it. Just like that. Not even the bottom piece, just this piece right here. Okay. So it can be on something. And I'm not going to color it in like I was going to. Wait. Okay, this is a little too high. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Sometimes you have to find your way with these things. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I like this idea. I really do. I like this idea a lot. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down some more because it's still too high. And this is how I'm measuring it. I'm just sitting it up against my vanity, just like this, and putting the piece down that I've already made that's going to actually be glued down. Let me turn the other side. So this here is going to have to be resized a little bit. I already know that because this is going to probably take away from it a little. Okay, so this is the perfect size for both sides. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead on and make 2 of these pieces, okay? Of this. And then I'm going to bump it to the side of this all the way up. I'm going to probably take that out. Right now, I'm just putting the strip on. I'm not gluing it to the top of the box yet. Okay, you see the white strips on each side? So I could do 1 or 2 things. I can take and glue this to the side of it and leave it like that on both sides. Or I could raise it, move it over, and glue this on top of each one like that. But what that's going to do is open up the, let me turn around, open up the inside layers of what I have going on. But I want to see how that would look. So let's see. It's dry yet before I put it in there. Okay. So I'm going to stick this back in there. The side isn't dry yet, so it's giving me a hard time. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take and put some glue on the top of this white piece. And it's going to offset this a little bit. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to push it out just a little bit, just so it goes on top of it. and just stays right there. Number one, it's going to keep it in place and it's not going to be moving on me with that up and down situation. Okay. Number two, it's going to give it a little bit more stability. I'm going to do the same over here on this side. And lay it right on top. Press it down and hold it. And you see how much nicer that looks with it down and it's not moving a whole lot? Okay. So back to this piece. This piece is supposed to play as a top for this. Is it dry? So I'm trying to make sure it's dry first, because once it's dry, I can slide this in nicely if it's dry. Let's see. Just like that. Okay. And that's actually perfect. So I'm not going to hold y'all too long on this part of it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead on and put a strip, because this looks a little raggedy and tacky to me. But it is in there. And I still don't like the length of this, but we're not going to do all that because I'll have y'all here all day. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead on and you can put your little knob on. The little thing I told you that you need at least one of would be this right here. You can take and glue it right here so they can use it to pull this out, because they're going to need something. They're definitely going to need something. You can stick it right here and maybe put a flower on it or something. I'm going to save that for last. So I'm going to go back here and we're going to go on and cover this up because I done spent way too long on this video. Okay, so at this point, everything should be covered on your box, on your vanity. And so now it's up to you if you want to trim it out with anything. So as you can see, both pieces, your foam sheets are connected on both sides. And you all have that little piece right here that is open. So you could do one of two things. You could add some ribbon around it, or, you know, you could put some foam around it. So I'm going to go grab some ribbon real quick. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead on and put this ribbon on it really quick, okay? I had the ribbon to the top, and I had a few of the fluffy ribbon at the top of the mirror and the bottom of the drawer. Okay, and this is just to give it just a little bit more pizzazz because it just wasn't given to me. Okay, y'all. So, and you know, of course, you can always get this ribbon from Hobby Lobby as well. Both of these, and they're very cheap. I think this one here, they always have the 30 and 40% off sale on them, but these here, I paid, what is it? $2.49 for this one here, and I think this one was 30% off. And these here, you can get this for a yard for like what, $2-3? I'm not really sure, because I've had this one for a while. But this is what I was talking about. Now you can definitely put the little ball on the front of it, but I think I'm gonna switch it up and just put a little bow. All right. You can make a bow yourself. You can buy a bow. It's really up to you. what you choose to do on that part. But I think I'm going to stick a bow right here in the middle. And then we're going to go ahead on and put some gifts on it. Just like that. Okay. So it took me a minute to figure out exactly how I wanted to, what direction I want to go with this. But nevertheless, it still turned out really cute. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead on and put some gifts on it. But I want you to know, if you want to do this same concept and you don't want to go through all the shenanigans that I went through, all you have to do is cut you out a size that fits the top of this box right here. Okay. The initial piece. Take that piece and glue it on down to the box. And then you don't have to do these little things right here. You don't have to do this right here. All you have to do is wrap your box with whatever design or foam or whatever you choose to wrap your box with. And you're pretty much going to be done. Okay. Me, I made it a little more extra complex, which that was not my intent, but I wanted to see if I could make it where, you know, you could utilize the box after having it. So that is the reason why I went through the steps that I went through. Okay, now let's go and get these gifts on it real quick. So as I stated, I'm going to be using some of the Dollar Tree makeup. Their packaging has definitely improved. So all of these cost us $125 each. Now, I could not find another set of brushes to match this here, so I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. But the wow factor for this here gift that I said that will bring the concept up a little more is this right here. Now, I got this from Ross a while back, but it didn't cost much of nothing. I think if I can remember correctly, it was $2.99 or $1.99. Like I said, it was much of nothing. Okay, and so what I want to do is take this here. This is going to be the back part of the gift that's going to hold on to it. So this little thing right here moves up and down, and I'm going to try to see if I can utilize that to my advantage. So I'm going to raise it up and see. Now that I done put all these little embellishments and stuff on it, I don't know how well that's going to work out for me, but I'm just going to try it anyway. Just slide it on. If my ribbon ain't on good, I'm going to have to fix it. Look at that. That just let me know that it ain't, or this is just too tight. But we still going to keep this on. I'm going to pull that down. Oh, okay. It's still up there. It just needs some readjusting. Okay. And I wanted to pull this down a little bit to see if this is going to help me. Yeah, there we go. So I wanted to push it over in a corner just like that. Can y'all see that? I'm going to raise it up a little more so you can see what I got going on here. So, like I said, I utilized this here to brace this little vanity that we just created. Okay, the only downside is that it does cover up the mirror a little bit, but that's okay because you can still see that it's a baby vanity. Now, it did move my ribbon a little bit, so what I'm going to do is, because my ribbon isn't on that good, I'm just going to add some more glue. I'm kind of glad it did. I'm going to add some more glue and press it down. It's definitely fixable. Okay. So that was the part that I wanted to add to help this, you know, sale. And I just thought it would be a cute touch to it. So it's part of the makeup family, so it works out fine. So now I'm going to come over there on you guys' side, and we're going to go and put the rest of these goodies on here real quick. All right, finally, right? Finally got it done, but this is it. What do y'all think? I think it turned out really cute. So we have our little vanity, and it looks like I pulled my lace back up. Hold on, there we go. Trying to get that thing in there. Anywho, we got our vanity, right? And then with the vanity, we have the makeup. And I think it turned out really nice, even though I went through a little bit of a struggle. You don't have to go through that same struggle. I explained to you that you do not have to be so extra like your girl Wendy is. Okay, I'm so sorry I'm this way. But hey, I love a challenge. Y'all like it? So imagine turning something like this into this. Ain't that awesome? I love it. So as always, I appreciate you watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I really look forward to seeing you on the I really look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.